Yo, what's going on? It's that guy, Not Locks. This is Not Nation. Today I'm doing a dread review on Boofboiicy Freeform dreadlocks, Freeform Friday. So definitely stay tuned, stay subscribed, and smash that like button before this video even starts. This is Not Nation.
Still kicking shit. Bitches like the way how I'm kicking shit. They can get it shit. All that pussy shit ain't with that shit.
Looking up Boofboiicy. He's been highly requested on this channel because he is a fellow free former, and a lot of people wanting to know on here, what is Boofboiicy's dreads really about? So what I'm going to do here is actually pull up some images of his hair. We see here Boofboiicy rocking the Hellraiser shirt, rocking the big up afro, and notice his afro is longer at the top compared to the sides, this being him coming from a high top beforehand, and him just letting his afro nap up is creating some epic freeforms, I must say. Here you can see his hair kind of tapered at the sides once again, but we see the locking stages happening where we get lumps and sections and looks like almost twists starting, but this is the way that your hair will start to lock on its own. So you notice a difference coming from this stage in the afro. Maybe a couple months later you'll start to see this kind of happening, and these are dreads. They're just baby dreads, and they're not locked all the way down to the root just yet, but they are dreadlock anchor points now that the tips are pretty locked up here. He wouldn't have to worry about his dreads coming out in the water, in the shower, or what have you. So if you have hair like Boof here, a dread sponge would do the trick in helping it to lock up. Even a microfiber towel would do the trick, but honestly you can just leave your hair alone and it will start to lock up just like Boof's here. All you'd have to do is separate the dreads as the afro locks together. So coming from the small fro more to where he's at now with a little bit of length past his eyes, and you can also see, as you can see, there's still a side taper going on. At this point the fro is pretty much gone and it's all dreads. It's all conformed into dreads at this point, so this could be maybe around the 2-year mark. A lot of rappers still in the game with short dreads. You don't see rappers these days with long dreads like Lil Wayne that have been in the game for so long. So it's a really cool look that he's got going on. Even noticed a little bit of a ponytail happening on the side, random ass ponytail. Looking over here at his Instagram page, looking over at Instagram, we can see him here actually twisting with his fingers some of his dreads. This is going to aid his dreadlock journey a little bit. Nothing crazy, like you might see a couple twists happening here and there, but he really just has to let his hair go on its own for it to really lock up. Pictures like this, we actually see that his hair is locked up pretty well, even a little bit crinkly on some of the dreads. I notice how they're not really the same shape. Signs of a freeform, definitely signs of a freeform right there. Pictures like this that are recent, we can see the shape of his locks that are taken these days. They're pretty flat, almost looking like wicks at this point. His new growth, we don't see any scalp, which is a great sign of showing no maintenance, no retwist, no interlock, no crochet, no nothing on the roots. And he is actually showing a lot of signs of fishtails happening, like Congo dreads. So if you look at this picture here, we can see some fishtails happening, some wick kind of dreads. So this dread at the front, 1, 2, 3 dreads turned into one. So 3 of those finger twists turned into one dread, and that is a normal thing to happen in the freeform game. And it also kind of like gives him more volume, very J. Cole looking like right now. Looking at the top of his hair, you can see the texture is pretty kinky naturally, so great texture for it to be dreading up. It's great to see Boofboiicy choosing the freeform route. Again, very J. Cole-like with the dreads. More people should grow dreads like this. Picture here from the top of his dreads. You can see how thick that they are. Of course, as his hair matured, these became a bit thinner, a bit more compact. But you can just see the top of his head and how his dreads are actually working. I'd say under 50 dreads on his head. What was very popular back in the day was having a lot of dreads, sister locks, interlocks, like hundreds, 200 dreads on your head. But now, the fewer, the better, to be honest. A little bit of a silhouette shot here of his locks. Front, kind of, you can see how the front grows forward. This happens, your dreads grow forward until they're long enough that the weight, you can push them back. And notice on the back of his head, he's got even bigger dreads happening because this is where you would sleep, put your head on the pillow. So these are going to lock up a lot thicker. And you can see here the width of this flat ribbon-like dread on the back of his head. Almost reminds me of Playboy Cardi dreadlocks. But we can see that he actually has some big congos on the sides that he's letting grow in, no separation. So big up Boofboiicy for that and letting his hair lock up. I'm going to end this dread review here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I appreciate you guys stopping by on this channel. Smash that like button down below and I'll see you guys in the next video. So peace out, one love, my brothers and sisters, and stay happy and nappy. Dread salutes.